Hi, my name is Lisa Kittleson, and for my social media share assignment, I did the campaign Dove Real Beauty Sketches, and their slogan is "You're more beautiful than you think." This screenshot here is a capture from the video. Where I thought it was kind of blurring, so I used that for the background. And this is through the company Dove, and some history about Dove. They were founded by the Lever brothers in 1957, and they started selling Dove Beauty Bar. And they primarily stuck to this beauty bar for a while, as it had seemed like. And one thing that they always promoted was that their soap, their beauty bar, was much more smooth and had um, better results than any other soap. So this is just one example, as the picture you can see here, of their one of their old advertisements, I think from the 50s. This looks like it's from. So they claimed that Dove had the best soap. It left the best results. And since then, they have expanded to personal care products, and they have hundreds. As some of you probably know, they've also expanded to deodorants, facial washes, shampoos. They even have like chocolate, Dove chocolate, all the women usually like, with the little sayings and the wrappers. And they also have like ice cream chocolate bars and health bars and things like that. So Dove's really gone beyond just the personal care products. And this campaign in particular changed the entire advertising campaign and advertising goals of Dove in general. So Dove currently commits to delivering real results, which is mirrored in their advertisements. So many of you have seen Dove advertisements, and usually it would be like half of two different faces with different results on each side, or it would be like in the commercials, a before and after, or during the process of using the product. But for over 40 years, they've been using real women in all of their advertisements. And so, but their brand hasn't always marketed that. So I thought that was really interesting when I was digging through the history of Dove, is that, for us viewers, it doesn't seem like maybe they're using real people when it's just actors, but they actually do use real people. So that was kind of interesting. And it kind of, gives an example of like connecting with the customers and making it more realistic. And this is the Dove Real Beauty Sketches campaign that I chose. It began in 2004 after a worldwide study that only 2% of women around the world consider themselves beautiful. So Dove had seen this and thought that they wanted to use something with it, which turned it into a 10-year campaign. A lot of people didn't even know this campaign was going on until the popular YouTube video was released in the earlier part of 2013, and that's kind of what really hit this campaign off. But Dove kind of took this on. They wanted to use women of all different shapes, sizes, races, and ages to celebrate real beauty rather than photoshopped beauty. Or different things like that. So as you can see in this picture here, this is one of their photos they used for the campaign of many different women of races, ages, sizes. So I think that's something that really helped hit home with this campaign. And something that's really interesting is that if you have seen this campaign video, you've noticed that the amount of viewers is tremendous. And they released it on April 14th of 2013, and within 12 days of the release date, more than 50 million views on this video, and now it's almost up to 180 million times. And that's, not only through YouTube, but through other platforms as well. And I just wanted to read this. I found this in an article. The goal of this campaign was and is to celebrate the differences in women's bodies and inspire women to be comfortable in their own skin. But in its use of non-traditional models, Dove also made its campaign the centerpiece of ongoing debate about how society views women, their appearances, and their value. I thought that really hit home, and that's a really great way to kind of connect viewers, customers with this campaign. And one reason why I chose this campaign is ever since I've watched it for the first time, I always go back and rewatch it. I just think that the message is very real, it's very genuine, and I think it's something that, especially in this generation, is very important because of the social media and the magazines and the technology used to, change a woman's face or appearance for a magazine cover, for a photo. That's been used very often, and I think it's really important that people know that real beauty is important. That's who we are. Even though this campaign came out 3 years ago, I still watch it if I ever come across it. I think it's a really great campaign and sends an excellent message. And with this campaign, they actually used a lot of platforms. They have a website for the campaign itself, which talks about the campaign, the description of it, why they wanted to do the campaign. Dove has their own Facebook page where they've launched and helped promote the campaign. There's also the YouTube video, as well as they have a YouTube channel for Dove where they launch other videos, because after this video, they also came out with some other different types of videos that kind of relate off the Real Beauty sketches, where they did different experiments, and those are really interesting as well to watch. So if you have time, definitely look some of those up, along with their Instagram and Twitter pages as well. Those also help boost the awareness of the campaign. And some of the results of the campaign, as I said earlier, it's a decade-long campaign, and Dove has evolved the campaign and has created a self-esteem building educational program which inspires and motivates women around the world to reach their full potential. So because there was so much feedback, positive and negative, but for the positive part, about building your own self-esteem, Dove really built up upon this, and they've used it to their advantage, to their company, and I think that's great. And the first prints used real women of this campaign, and they did not include airbrushing or Photoshop, which actually did cause a lot of stirring of people's talk. So any advertisements you would see, like big bulletin boards or anything shared on social media, all of those were real pictures, not edited or anything like that, which I think is great. It's really important, and I think we should be using that more. And these would be my 2 exam questions. So when did this campaign launch? It launched in 2004, but the video wasn't released until 2013, which I thought was really interesting. And these are my references I used to gather this information. So if anyone has any questions about this campaign or would like to learn more, I'd be happy if you reached out to me. Otherwise, that is my social media share campaign assignment.